Would you believe I am going to craft with Dollar Tree socks? Hey Bestie, this is Lisa. Welcome or welcome back. If you want to craft your best life with me, let's get started right now. For this Dollar Tree sock hack, I have these adorable socks from Dollar Tree. I'm just going to cut along the edge of one of them. And of course, I've got that wreath form that we're going to use. And I'm going to cut some strips. So that's why I'm cutting the sock open. And then I'm just going to get rid of the curvy parts and start cutting some strips. Now I'm going to use these strips to wrap around the wreath form. But first, let's get our hanger on there because you know me, I forget sometimes. I'm trying to get better with this. I think I am. I hope I am. Anyway, I'm just going to wrap it around like a lark's head knot and then put another knot at the top. And there you go. Trim off the excess and now we have a hanger. Now I'm going to start with the first strip of the sock and I'm just going to hot glue it to itself around the back and start wrapping kind of at an angle around. Doesn't only overlaps kind of on the edges. That way we don't have to use so many socks to do this. And each time I finish a piece, I'll just turn it over and hot glue it on the back. And then I'll start the next piece going in that same direction on the back, start wrapping it around and just continue doing this until I get to the actual end of the wreath ring. There we are with the last piece. Just going to wrap that one around and secure it in the back. Isn't that already pretty? It's just kind of puffy and spring-like. It's so cute. Anyway, now I'm just going to take these gorgeous flowers I got from Walmart. They have some really pretty ones and their prices aren't too bad either. I'm going to start with a larger flower in the center. I think the larger one actually came from Dollar Tree. And then I'm going to secure a bunch of these leaves all along the left side only. We're just going to do the flowers on half of the wreath. So once I get them snipped, I'm going to glue them on kind of like the first one will be going upward and then the next one will go down. So it almost creates like a leaf circle kind of. And then I will start putting the little flowers down on the leaves. And I think that's just going to be so pretty. By the way, this is a very easy project and it turns out gorgeous. Now we're just going to put on the very last little flower. And there's a little gap up at the top between the top one. I do end up adding one more flower off camera. I think this is so beautiful. And it came together so quickly. What a fun DIY. What do you think? For this Dollar Tree sock hack, I'm going to take two of these really pretty mauve colored socks, some popsicle sticks, and these wood slices. And you can get these on Amazon. I'm going to use my miter shears and just going to cut those little popsicle sticks because I'm creating ears. These are both going to be adorable little bunnies. So now I'm cutting out the heel because I want that white piece. You'll see we're going to use that for something in just a little while. So we're going to save those. Now I'm going to cut the middle section where there aren't any curves and I'm going to trim off the white part as well. We're going to use this part of the sock to cover the bunny ears, which are the popsicle sticks. So we're going to glue the popsicle sticks onto this piece with some gaps between them. And then I'm going to start wrapping the sock around so both sides are covered by the sock. And then I'll snip them and just kind of hold them together with the hot glue. So you can see here I'm gluing the first piece that I'm going to fold over. Now once that dries, I will cut in between and leave just enough to be able to pull it to cover that edge. And then I'll snip either end so that I can fold those over and glue them as well. So that way it'll be fully covered with the sock. And this just gives us our cute little pink fuzzy bunny ears. The reason I use hot glue is because it dries so fast. You could use any glue you want, but with this, it's nice to have something that does dry quickly. Now you can see how that's going to go on the back side of that will be the bunny, actually the bunny butt. So now I've got them all done and I'm just going to glue 2 ears to each one on the back side. Now we're going to go back to those little white fuzzy heels we cut out, and I'm just going to kind of trim off the pointy ends. Now I'm going to fold it into itself and kind of squish it together to make a little bunny tail. And then I'll just use some glue to kind of secure the pieces in place, and we'll use the smooth side as what we see. So you see how I'm starting to fold it into itself, and then I'll add more glue and just kind of keep rolling it around until I get the little bunny tail. Now you could use, yarn and make pom-poms if you want, but I thought since I had the white from the sock, why not use it? And I'm going to cover up that hole in the width slice with this, and so that works out perfectly. I'll do the same thing to the other one. Now I'm going to take a Jenga block for each one, and I'm using the brown ones, which I don't see anymore, but I still had some. And that becomes our little stand. Isn't this adorable? It was so easy, and I just loved making it. Let me know what you think. For this Dollar Tree sock hack, honestly, this is about the easiest one. I got these cute striped socks, and then I had this little tin planter from IKEA, but they sell them at Dollar Tree and Walmart too. What I'm going to do here is just cut a section that fits around the center part of this planter. So I'm cutting off the toes, I'm cutting off the heels, and I had just kind of held it up to the planter to see where I needed to cut. Honestly, this is ridiculously easy, which makes it so awesome. So now I've got my piece. I'm just going to kind of trim up any excess, and I'm literally going to stretch it around the little planter and set it around the middle. It's almost like, those little cozies that you can get when you get coffee or whatever. It's like a little planter cozy, but it's so cute. And look at that. It just stretches right over, and then I'll just kind of flatten the edges because they got a little curly, and just kind of, push them down. Actually, you don't even have to glue this on because it just stays right there. Now for fun, I've got these beautiful flowers I found at Walmart. They've really got some beautiful florals there. And I'm literally just going to set them in. I'm not even going to put foam or anything in there because it's just going to cover them up. I'm using quite a few of them, and I think this is stunning. I mean, these flowers are beautiful. And then the cute little cozy around the planter. You know what? It just doesn't get any easier than this. I mean, no sewing, no gluing, no painting. This is my kind of a DIY. You'll have to let me know what you think of this one. I absolutely love it, and I love how easy and fast it was to make. For this Dollar Tree sock hack, I've got some pink and white socks, I've got some jute, or actually nautical rope, and then some wire jute, and then I've got this cute little tray I got a long time ago at the Target Dollar Spot, and these gorgeous flowers from Walmart. And then I've got a little bit left over from a Dollar Tree scarf. I'm going to start with the nautical rope, and I'm just going to hot glue it around kind of just underneath that top little edge of the tray, and I'll go all the way around. Then I'm going to take a piece of nautical rope. I'm just going to measure, 2 even pieces, and I'm going to do a lark's head knot around each of those handles. And that's where you just put a loop over and pull the 2 ends through. Now I'm going to take the wire jute, and I'm going to attach it through the lark's head knot there and leave a little excess on each end. And then I'm going to pull up the center to create a bigger kind of a handle than what there is, so it goes all the way across, and that's with the wired jute. Then I'm going to wrap the nautical rope that was remaining around that wired jute, and I'm going to hot glue it on. See, that's how it looks when you do both sides. Now I'm going to snip and attach the ends of the jute at the bottom by the lark's head knot and put it down with some hot glue to make sure it doesn't lift up. And then I'm going to take the whole thing and attach it to those other handles with the hot glue. So now I'm going to take 2 more pieces of the wire jute, and I'm going to create 2 bunny ears, and I'm just kind of measuring on the top to see about the right size. And I'll make sure they're both the same, and then I'm going to take the socks and I'm going to stick that right in there to give me a bunny shape and kind of hold the edges in that curve so they don't fold into themselves. And then I'll add a little bit of hot glue towards the top of each one. I'm also going to use some foam board and just cut 2 pieces to stick inside to make sure that it's even more sturdy. I wanted the round shape, that's why I used the wire jute, but I still want the stiffness for the whole thing, and that's why I'm using the foam board. Now I'm going to put that inside the sock, and then I realized it was too thick at the bottom, so I am going to snip the ends kind of down into a little point. I'm going to add a bunch of hot glue, and I'm going to attach that to the top of that handle that I made, and then I'm going to add more glue and wrap the bottom of the sock, or actually it's the top of the sock, around itself and hold it in place, and I will add some clips until it's dried. And I'll do the same thing with the other ear. So there you go. And then I also glued in between in the middle to hold them together a little bit more and put the clamps to hold them in place. Now it's still not standing up the way I want because you know the wire jute isn't real sturdy. So in a second I'll show you how I fix that. But in the meantime I'm going to tie a knot right in the middle of that scarf, and I'm just going to make a simple shoestring bow, kind of play with it till it looks the way I want, and then I'm going to hot glue it right between the bottom of the 2 ears. I'm going to leave those tails on there for now. We're going to need them. I've got 2 dowels from, I think they were from Dollar General or Walmart. I'm not sure. I'm going to take those dowels, I'm going to take the pointy side and push it through the inside of the sock going up towards the top. I'm going to do that with both of them. Once they're in place, I'm going to put the dowel down next to the handle and hot glue, a lot of hot glue right there. We're going to cover that up with the remaining tail from the scarf. Just going to kind of glue that around, tuck it in, and that will cover up the handle that wasn't so pretty, but it's just more functional. And then I'm just going to, bend down the ears, and now we've got this cute little bunny tray. I think it's adorable. You'll have to let me know what you think. This was one of those times where I was just thinking out of the box. Ready for more inspiration? Here's another video I think you'll really like. If you click on it, I will see you there. You are truly a blessing to me. Bye!